Welcome everyone, I am the Ash Heriter, and I bid you come and join me on a journey through the history of Al-Andalus. Over 100 years ago, the fugitive Umayyad Prince Abd Al-Rahman, fleeing the rising Abassid Caliphate, landed on the southern shores of Al-Andalus. There, the fugitive prince refused the peace offerings of Yusuf al-Fihri, Al-Andalus's acting ruler, and even deceived Yusuf al-Fihri into believing that their conflict had come from a misunderstanding, only to launch a bloody coup that would eventually result in Yusuf al-Fihri's death. When Abd al-Rahman seized Yusuf's power and took the mighty Qurtubah, he proclaimed himself as Al-Andalus's first independent ruler, re-establishing the Umayyad dynasty in Iberia and ushering in a new golden age. But not all was well. Gradually, after Abd al-Rahman passed, the golden age began to stagnate, and indeed, there were those that harbored resentment. And so begins the story of Mustafa ibn Nasir, grandson of the betrayed Yusuf al-Fihri. With his family split and divided, and being forced into obscurity, Mustafa ibn Nasir clawed his way back into a position of power, concealing his heritage to avoid the ire of his Umayyad overlords. Seizing the city of Granada through intrigue and ingratiating himself with Umayyad's current ruler, the Sultan Muhammad ibn Abd al-Rahman, Mustafa ibn Nasir intends to repay the treachery that befell his grandfather, and depose Umayyad rule in its entirety. But first, he must gather his followers, and prepare his schemes. Vengeance and power will not come to the meek or the placid. It will come only to those who have the will to take it. Once again, welcome to my channel. If you're returning from one of the other Crusader Kings 3 series, welcome back. If you're new here, stay a while and listen. And then subscribe and hit that bell icon if you're interested in strategy and role-playing game Let's Plays. I approach the games I play from the perspective of building an interesting narrative. I am myself an author and the developer of a work-in-progress pen and paper RPG, and thus have an interest in storytelling and game mechanics. As such, this will be a role-playing series. I won't be trying to paint the map. I won't be trying to win in every possible instance. I have a specific goal in mind and specific side goals to accomplish beyond the scope of the original goal. The original goal, as hinted at in the opening narrative, is to replace the Umayyads and claim vengeance for Mustafa ibn Nasir's grandfather, Yusuf al-Fihri. The second goal will be to solve the great struggle for Iberia. We are playing with the Fate of Iberia DLC, and will thus be delving into it. I have long been fascinated with the history of the Iberian Peninsula, and after 2 trips to Spain during my early teens, I grew particularly fascinated with the Islamic Al-Andalus, and greatly enjoyed my stay in Granada and my visit to the Alhambra. So here we are, in Granada, now still known as Granada, and even though the Alhambra won't be around for another 400 years, we'll see if we can't change that. So now, let's get to it. So, here we are. This is our character, Sheikh Mustafa ibn Nasir of Granada. Sorry, Granada, not Granada. We have a couple of traits. We actually have a lot of traits. So first off, we are an intricate web weaver. We did, after all, seize Granada through scheming of our own. We are of the Yusufid dynasty, which we have actually taken the flag of Granada directly as our dynastic symbol, because I think it looks cool. Our traits are, we are diligent, we are calm, patient, just, vengeful, and ambitious. It's a lot of traits to juggle, but I think it's going to create a interesting narrative. We're not a bad person. We just want revenge. Where is he? Here he is. We want to oust this guy, or his heirs, or whoever, really. Now, we have a long way to go in order to get to there, but we're gonna try and see what we can get. We are currently in Granada. The Alhambra fortress ruins are already a landmark. This is interesting. Not sure if this was around during this time period, but, you know, whatever. There it is on the map, by the way. It's truly a amazing piece of architecture, having been inside it myself. It's awe-inspiring, to say the least. But that wasn't built until the mid-1200s, so I don't know what it's doing here now, but, you know, we're not going to worry about it. And, yeah, so that is our character. We are, of course, Andalusian, and we are of the Mu'alladi faith. The Mu'alladis are around. There's quite a lot of them here, so we are actually of the faith of the majority of the Muslims in this territory. However, the ruling family is Ash'ari, so we are a little bit of a heretic right now. That's fine. So, a little bit on the Mu'alladi. Where can we find? Far from the center of the Arabic world, Iberian Muslims adapted to the realities of ruling over a region with large Christian and Jewish populations that had strange foreign traditions. As such, they are adaptive. They have the struggle and submission and jizya, which are the same two tenets that most of the Islamic faiths get. We are Sunni in origin. We're just kind of like an adaptation of the Sunni. Same with the, like, Ash'ari, right? Ash'ari is also a form of Sunniism. Which, in case we're wondering here, the Sunnis believe that Abu Bakr was chosen by the Ummah as their rightful leader, both politically and religiously. That is one of the major denominations of Islam, whereas we are kind of like a sub-denomination of that. Our Caliph is currently Caliph al-Mu'taz, Ibn al-Mutawakkil of the Abassid Empire, so we have no ill will towards the Abassids, by the way. Our leader, his family may have had ill will towards the Abassids, but right now we're totally cool with him. So Caliph, great, you know, he is who he is. What else do we need to know here? So we can look, our holy sites are scattered all over the place. I don't think capturing them is in our goal at all. Now, as for our character, just a quick look at his stats. He's got 13 diplomacy, which is good, 8 martial, which is poor, 11 stewardship, which is average, 14 intrigue, which is good, and 12 learning, which is average, and prowess of 6. So he's not a very good fighter. We do not have a wife, we don't have children, we don't have anything. We're only 18 years old, though, so we've got plenty of time. So, I think our first course of action would be to get a primary wife that has a trait of some kind, because we have no traits. This is the first time I'm making a character without them. What traits, though? I mean, the intelligent trait is always really good. So I've actually changed up a couple of the parameters of the game. So I've slowed down cultural and religious conversion rates. I've also decreased the maximum range of diplomacy, and decrease the rate at which divergent cultures are created. So you should see a little bit more of a slow flow of stuff, and also not like super long distance marriages all the time, which I think will make things a little bit more realistic. We are playing without mods for the first time ever. I have Iron Man unlocked, so I'll actually maybe be getting some achievements finally, which, you know, I've been playing this game for a while now. Always played with mods, so I literally have 0 achievements in this game. Not that I really care, but... Alright, let's find ourselves a wife. Should be somebody of, near age. Getting the intelligent trait would be good. She has a really good stat line. In fact, I think I'm gonna marry her. She is lowborn, which means we won't get any prestige from this, but... You know, she has a good stat line. She's also Mu'aladi, so... You know, chances are we will, Woo! The Iberian struggle! The Iberian Peninsula is in turmoil, a conflict born of its storied past. Outsiders covet the land, and the great Muslim and Christian powers seek to sway its people. But those who live and die on its soil will ultimately determine its fate. I will not slip my vision for my homeland. By Allah, House Yusufid will weather the storm and see my will fulfilled. You are one of the participants in this Iberian struggle. The region is currently in a phase of opportunity. Your actions and those of the other participants will determine the future phases of the struggle and its ending. Expect each icon to view the struggle phases. So, right. This is interesting. So we're in the opportunity phase. Let's actually quickly look at this. This is one of the phases in the Iberian struggle. After a long period of relatively peaceful coexistence during the conciliation phase, complacency begins to set in. Peasantry and nobility alike are comfortable that things just work, allowing more shrewd characters to take advantage of their naivete. Eventually, fresh abuses will either cause an escalation into the hostility phase, or savvy politicking reaches an uneasy equilibrium through the conciliatory, or through the conciliation phase. So we have a catalyst here, where we need 1,000 progress points to proceed the catalyst, and I think other factions can play into this, but let's look over this. War. You are an involved character in the Iberian struggle, indeed. We are Muslim and we are Andalusian, so... That means we're involved. If we have one of the two factors, so either the religion factor or the culture factor, then we can, I think, also be involved to a lesser degree. But otherwise, if you enter Iberia as neither a Muslim nor one of the involved cultures, you will be an interloper in the struggle, which only grants you limited the limited ability to interact with it. To my knowledge, alright? This is basically blind. I haven't touched this DLC at all. I've watched a couple of short videos from Italian Spartacus and Party Elite about how it all works, but that's all the knowledge I have. So, war. Effects for involved. Fabricating claims in the struggle region costs prestige instead of gold. Wars within the struggle region cost less prestige. Alright. Unlocks the border raid casus belli. Okay, cool. Unlocks the contract assistance interaction, the bargain fealty interaction, and reduced cost of mercenary hiring. That's cool. Culture. Converting to an involved culture is less expensive. Cool. Learning a new language provides prestige. Granting a title to a local noble provides prestige. And increasing the development of a county with a different culture increases cultural acceptance. That's cool. Faith. Converting into an involved faith is less expensive. Convert faith in county proceeds faster within the struggle region. Holy wars cannot be declared in the struggle region. That's cool, because it's kind of like we're in a permanent holy war, right? There's no... You know, you can declare a holy war for X little region there, but it's like, we're already in a holy war. Like, it's just a long-lasting one with phases of peace and conciliation. Interfaith marriages are available between involved characters. That's really cool. It's very interesting. And other effects. Unlocks the buy claim interaction against involved rulers. Unlocks the demand payment interaction. Abduct, fabricate hook, claim throne. Damn, there's a lot of stuff that you can just do. Very cool. Take hold of fate. Let's go. So, we need to choose our lifestyle here. So, obviously, we've gone into intrigue, so we can get a point here already. Yeah, we will be able to. And we can get our first, bonus here. What should we get? Why don't we just do skullduggery for now? And then, let's see here. I think I want to just go schemer. So we'll go truth is relative. That way we can start fabricating hooks. I'm not very familiar with the intrigue playstyle, so this, you know, maybe interesting. We have no player heir. We can pay homage. Alright, what is this? This will cost us 50 prestige. I can formally and publicly pledge allegiance to my liege, strengthening trust and legitimacy of both of our positions. Yeah, so I would travel to Sultan Muhammad's court to pay homage. I will do this. I plan on betraying him, of course, but for now, we need to look the part. So I can give nothing, I can give a hook, or I can give gold. I'm going to give nothing. I'm just going to demonstrate submission. That's all. Alright, so here we are in the court. Servants usher me into Sultan Muhammad's great hall in Qurtubah, where he sits his throne, waiting to hear my pledge. I go to kneel before him, but in my haste awkwardly stumble in a heap at his feet. I haul myself up and make oaths all the same, my cheeks burning red before the assembled court. With that, the ceremony is complete. I have nothing to offer my Sultan except my promise to faithfully serve as a vassal of the Sultanate. To my surprise, Muhammad acts as if nothing had happened, and accepts my homage with grace. Alright. It earns you some points. Are you to be forgiven? Absolutely not, but... I mean, it wasn't his fault. It's just, we need to oust the Umayyads, you know? I don't have particular ill will towards him. Just his dynasty. Alright, so we have a frontier district rebellion. My liege's war, defending against Emir Yusuf of Tula, which is up here. So, he has gone rebellious. He is a Mualadi, so I'm not going to get personally involved in this. And we have a war for Vimara's claim on Portugal. Alright, Vimara here. Oh, okay. Who is attacking? Alright. He is attacking. The, King of Asturias. Ordóñez. Alright. Not gonna get involved in that either. I, gladly accept your hand in marriage. May our union bring happiness and fulfillment, my implacable husband. Great. So, she likes me a bit. Let's have her assist in diplomacy with court politics here. That should, help us out quite a bit. Right now, our diplomacy is 16, but if we do that, we're sitting at 21 diplomacy. Which is pretty alright. We have our court imam is pretty wretched at his task. He is So this is Abdul Hazm here. He is content, wrathful, and humble. Alright, I mean, not a bad person. He's just not very good at his job. Our Chancellor is not great at his job either. Unfortunately, we don't really have a better option. Like, I could employ my father here, Muhammad, for it, but that's one difference. I don't feel like doing so. My Spy Master is really good. And let me tell you, I'm going to start swaying him right now, because he doesn't like me a whole lot. We need to befriend him. And then we've got Wali Ali here as our steward. And he is okay. We have a better marshal. Yeah, I could actually appoint my Chancellor as my marshal. That's an even better idea. Galind here. Let's swap these out. He's terrible at this job. We're gonna find, yeah, I will appoint Muhammad then. Sorry, mate. And, then we can appoint Abdullah here as our steward. So I'm going to keep him on foreign affairs. Yes, I will keep him on actually training commanders. Collect taxes for now, we need money, and right now he's on disrupt schemes, and he is on improve religious relations. Now, what's the situation with declaring wars? Because let's look at our county here. So this is part of the Duchy of Granada, which is all the way down here. So I need to look and see about claiming some of these territories. So we have Almeria here. What? I just want to see. So we can do a struggle clash. Huh. Interesting. This would allow me to vassalize him, destroying any titles the holder has that are equal or higher tier than yours. This would basically just act as a conquest, right? Because it would destroy the county title. Not sure how that works with counties. And then we have this territory down here. We can also do the same thing with. I don't want to get involved just yet. In fact, I feel like we should be getting a secondary spouse with some potential alliances here. Ooh. Potential alliances. Yeah. Don't see that happening. The Mosque of Izerhan. Huh? She's 3 years old anyways. Oh, we don't need to look. We don't need traits for this. That doesn't matter. Okay, here we go. This is a little better. So where's Tagaza? Ooh, a little bit distant. Okay. Look again. Sheikhdom of Annaba. Djerba is... This is all in, like, North Africa. Would like something a little bit closer. This looks like it's potentially closer. Let's see here. The issue there is that she is ambitious, which as a secondary wife, that may lead to some struggles. Castriana, where is this? Okay, that's there. That's too far away as well. Al-Gabal. This is... Yeah, that's much closer. So, she's Ibadi. Oh, that's just a mosque. Okay. Sheikhdom of Annaba. Okay, that's not too far away. So, why don't we actually see if we can't betroth ourselves to her. She's only 5 years old, I'm 18. That's a 13-year age difference, but, you know. It was a rough time back then. What can you do? Yeah. We shall do that. Get some more secondary spouses as well. I may as well get her, too, while I'm at it. And a third spouse. We can also get some alliance power here. Oh, there's no, Can your third wife not grant you an alliance? Is that what's going on here? See if this works out. Okay, excellent. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can secure an alliance with the third wife. Then what's our prestige sitting at? Let's see here. Do we get more prestige for... Let's look here. Polygamous. Having too few spouses will incur a piety penalty. Oh, yeah, it's piety. Okay. Yeah, so we don't need another one. No, that's fine. 2 wives, or 3 wives is enough. Oh, man. Okay, I'm talking in Crusader Kings, alright? Not... Okay, we need a court physician. Unfortunately, everybody in my, retinue here looks to be quite bad at the job. Which is unfortunate. But hey, she's diligent and compassionate. Chaste, not that that matters. I'll appoint her, maybe she'll get better in the job, eventually. Okay, powerful vassal expects court position. You, the wali here, okay, I need limited crown authority. I don't think I can do anything there. Yeah, alright. That's autonomous vassals. Okay. I cannot revoke him. Unfortunately. Hold on. No, I'm just a sheikh. I'm not... I do not have, yeah, so there is no duchy title right now. That's interesting. So we would have to create that. So let's see. Could I do this? This struggle clash here. It would cost 150 piety, because of course we'd be going to war against another Islamic ruler. What I could do is send him to fabricate claims. Or I could buy a claim. Challenge to board game. Interesting. I could buy a claim for 250... Ooh. Never mind. Let's not do that. Doing a struggle clash. Okay, struggle clash. It's not common for rulers involved in a struggle to get into border disputes and petty quarrels, changing with the nature of the current struggle phase. The ready availability of niche local disputes allows rulers to conduct small-scale land grabs, conquering or vassalizing their targets. Since clashes depend on the environment of their struggle, their prestige cost scales with the current struggle phase. This is costing piety rather than prestige, because it's against a fellow Muslim. I actually want to look, maybe this is a better one. Take. Yeah. What's the situation on my men-at-arms? I have bowmen, and I have light footmen. That's it. I could create more light footmen, but I'd rather have cavalry. Okay. Do I wait and get money and build up some constructions here? Like, we have a strong fort. We have fort level 6 already at this point. Because, you know, being quite early in the campaign, that's something. Alright. We're gonna try it. No, this'll just cost prestige. I'm willing to take that. Okay, we're gonna go to war. Raise everything here. And, so we can... What do I call in my allies? We do that up here again. So I can call in... Sheikh Mizwar of... Naba, let's do it. Alright. Or do I wait for my allies? I think I'm gonna wait for my allies. See where they show up. When they show up. Might take a little while. Here they come. Right. You guys. Yeah. They're gonna land here. Okay, I'm gonna move down into, Malacca here. I don't know what they're doing. They're just sitting there, which I'm not a big fan of. You guys coming? I really wish you could designate war targets like you can in the Total War series. Not that it's very good in the Total War series. It's pretty useless, but, you know, I like the idea of it. I'm hesitant to attack here because they have a fort. But I don't know what they're doing. They're just sitting there, which is a little weird. And these guys are coming. So they have 900 men. So I will wait for them. Alright, so let's up the speed to speed 4. Okay. Wali Ashraf here is Swade, my spy master. Going good. Let's actually arrange a marriage for him. No, I want to... Can we? No, he's a wali, yeah. Of course, we cannot. He is an independent ruler. Not an independent ruler, but he is a ruler. Speaking of which, we should actually look at the rest of our court. So, like, you could use a wife with, preferably with traits. Let's try and get some traits into our, realm here. So, let's get her in. Right here. Okay. And you as well. You can marry her. And you can marry her, lastly. Alright. Contract assistance. To the implacable Sheikh Mustafa ibn Nazir of Granada, my troops could only be useful in your conflict. Oh my god. Oh, this is... Oh, Muhammad. No, I'm sorry. I cannot. Thank you for the offer. But, regrettably, I don't have that kind of money. Yeah, this is really weird. Not sure if this is bugged or what. But it is what it is. We have other allies that will be here shortly. It's just gonna take them a little while. I'm glad they've shown up, though. They've come a long way. All the way from down where my previous campaign was taking place. By the way, if you're interested in fully completed campaigns, I have a Manichaean campaign that is completely done. It's quite long. And I also have a Amazigh campaign. So, kind of two obscure cultures and religions. Oh, now he shows up. Alright, well, now we're good. We should take this place easily enough. I guess we'll see if this works, because, you know, I read through the things, and it seems like we would get control of this, or that he would be vassalized, and because it would destroy the county title, it would grant me control of this territory, but I guess we'll see. Maybe it actually doesn't do that, in which case, this was just a big old waste of money and prestige and time, but we gotta test these things, right? See how they work. Crusader Kings isn't always very clear with what's going to result in what, just because of the very complex nature of this game. Not always certain how things are going to interact with each other. Okay, excellent. We will have a child soon enough from my first wife. Excellent. We have a victory here. I will enforce the demands. Greetings, Sheikh Mustafa ibn Nazir of Granada. May your years be short and miserable. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. Excellent. Excellent. And indeed, we seize control of it ourselves. That's perfect. Cool. So, I now control this territory. It is of my religion and of my culture, so no problems there. However, we do not have control over this territory in the slightest, so let's increase our control in Almeria right here. So it's going to take 10 years for that to come into effect, but that's fine. Now, as for Malacca here, we will just have to wait. So, let's see. What does this territory have? It has a wooden barracks, that's it. So that's going to give us more levies, which will actually be quite useful. Because that means I can probably take over this guy's territory. Ooh, we can conquer the county here. Yeah, so we would be able to take him even without using our allies, which will spare us some prestige. Alright, Sway, Maastrichti culture. A commoner of Maastrichti heritage has been accosted in the streets of Granada over some minor offense. By making a statement in their defense, I could perhaps convince my spymaster, Wali Ashraf, and the equally Maastrichti of my good character. But I might risk alienating my Andalusians. No, the Maastrichti are good people. Yeah, I may have to spend some prestige here. That would suck, but yeah, I did. Unfortunate. But such is the way of things. Alrighty then. So, yeah, let's look here. So there's the two ways. We can actually hasten the... Oh, this is cool. There's all these different things you can do. So, for hostility, you can break a truce with an involved ruler to increase the progress. You can usurp a new title, which is part of the de jure Hispania for more progress. Become a rival or nemesis with another involved ruler. Use a hook on an involved ruler. Convert an involved ruler or county. Kill an involved ruler. Win a war you started against another involved ruler. So did I just trigger that? Yeah, I did. I increased the hostility here by conquering an ally. Construct a building in a castle holding or yearly drift towards this phase +1. And then we have here, release an involved ruler to grant conciliation. Grant one of your counties to a local noble of an involved culture. Become best friends or soulmates with an involved ruler. Convert to the local involved culture or faith. Well, we can't do that. Grant independence to a non-de jure vassal. Grant better contract or title to a vassal of a different faith or culture. Invite an involved ruler of a different faith or culture to a feast. Ransom an involved ruler. Form an alliance with an involved ruler of a different faith. And send a gift or artifact to an involved ruler. Sign a truce outside of war with another involved ruler. Become either friends or lovers with an involved ruler. Learn the language of an involved ruler. Construct a building in a city holding. Or increase the development of a county of a differing faith or culture. Okay. Grant some interesting kind of ideas for... I guess... not always converting everything to your own faith and culture, but rather letting a multicultural nation exist. Alright, where do we want to go? I don't think I want the abduct. Job done right. Hostile scheme chance. +25. Yeah, we're going to go down this. Just execution. So, let's see here. What can I do against you? You can invite him to an activity. Oh! So, hold on. That starts that already. Interesting. Very cool. Develop capital. Yeah. Alright. We should definitely get a physician. Problem is... Oh, no, we have a physician. Sorry. I've got 3 prisoners here. I mean, you're quite capable. I'm just gonna release her. And, what about you, huh? You're not very capable. We could ransom him. No, that's just for favor. No, we'll just release them all. Abdul here, yeah, we can release him too. Cool. So, did we just have a daughter? What shall we name her? Suraya. I like it. She has no traits, unfortunately. That's fine. She is not my heir either, because, yeah, women cannot inherit, I guess. I think that's the case. Oh, yeah, let's actually look at our culture here. So we are courtly. We have hit-and-run tactics, which is cool. So hit-and-run tactics buffs up our light cavalry and skirmishers. Expert artisans. Okay, or we can make better artifacts. We cannot make use of that yet. We have malleable subjects. Vassals of this culture do not consider differing faith or culture when joining factions. Vassals of this culture will often learn the language of their liege. Harder to promote culture in counties of this culture unless you share a heritage. Easier to promote culture in counties if you share a heritage. More likely to attract wandering knights. Cool. Also, grants us more mercenaries and more cultural acceptance. Mercenary hire costs are also cheaper. That's nice. So actually, how much do mercenaries cost? Oh, that's... I've always complained that mercenaries were really overly expensive. But I think with all the stacking things here, this is now far more reasonable. Well, I'm just looking, okay? 100 piety. Conquer County. Or I could do a struggle clash again. That's 150 piety. I'm not sure why I would do that. Conquest will do it just fine, right? You don't have any allies. Well, screw it. Let's go. Let's take him. We outnumber them 2-1. Oh no. He had friends. That's not good. It's not good at all. Yeah, that's not good. That is bad. Where did he get that other force from? Let's go. We're hiring mercenaries. Band of Lost Birds, a wounded and disillusioned mercenary group, has arrived at the Sheikhdom of Granada. The locals claim to have overheard talk of settling down after pillaging an easy target and have begun to grow anxious. Tensions are high and conflict is likely to arise if I do not intervene on the matter. I could offer them a position in the local garrison. That'll put me in debt. I could implore them to leave, which, 97% chance of succeeding. It's a diplomacy challenge. Or I could force them out of the city, which has a... Yeah, we're gonna do this. Okay? I'm gonna implore them to leave. That's gonna give me a lot of prestige. Nice. That worked. See, now the tables have turned, pals. I have the numbers. I'm not sure where they got this 1,000 men from. They just kind of appeared out of nowhere. He probably hired mercenaries too. So let's fight them again. I don't know how this is gonna go. Guess we'll see. Hopefully this works. Alright. That's good. That is clutch. Where are they going? They're going all the way over there. That's fine. Hopefully we can take this before they come back. I don't know if we can. They may come back. They may challenge us once more, but we will at least be defending this territory. Hurry. Don't trust this. Okay, then never mind. We should be fine. Yeah, we're good. Fortunately, one of our knights was wounded. Another one was wounded. Not great. Overall, that was a pretty solid victory, though. A shame that we have to be killing fellow Muslims, but it is what it is. We need to take this territory. We need the Emirate of Granada. Okay, we've captured more enemy combatants. Yeah, so indeed, they had mercenaries. That's why this happened. So that's something to keep in mind. Mercenaries, because they're so cheap, everybody's going to be hiring them. But it was all for naught, because we hired our own. So, I now control Malaga. Awesome. So, control is still being reestablished here, so we're going to have a little bit of just kind of sketchy territory here that's not going to be very stable. But let's actually ransom him. We'll get some money, because we need the money. And then we've got other prisoners here, which... Ooh, what happened here? Ah, my spy master, seriously. No, it's fine. Wali Ashraf. Hired. Done. Perfect. I think we can stop swaying him. Let's abandon that scheme. What I should do is I am going to... let's actually romance my wife. First wife. Let's see. I'm gonna secretly plant a letter in her chambers because I am stealthy like that. My declaration of love is for Sheikh eyes only. No one else matters. I pour my heart out, page after page, my feelings growing as I finally put them into words. The ink has barely dried as I set out for chambers. I gently place the scroll on her bolster. Will she lay here tonight, dreaming of me? The waiting is unbearable. The thought of rejection makes me sick to my stomach. When her reply arrives, I tear the seal with shaking hands. While I cannot encourage you, my liege, I am most grateful for your kind words. Yours faithfully, Ah, she won't resist my charms for long. I don't know. We're very charming. We have 21 diplomacy, most of that which is coming from her. We're using the tricks that she taught us to seduce her. It's a romancer. We're not seducing her. Alright. New heir! Yes! Good! Mustafa ibn Nasir. What? Are we naming him after myself? He'll be Mustafa ibn Nasir ibn Mustafa ibn Nasir. No. It'll be called Yusuf? Yeah, that'll be fine. We will name him after our grandfather. Yusuf ibn Mustafa ibn Nasir. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Otherwise, it's just gonna get out of hand. Yusuf, son of Mustafa, son of Nasir. All good. Who's Nasir? I don't know. He was my father. Alright. I made him up. Just like I made up this character. Cool. So, we have an heir. We're gonna, of course, educate him immediately. I may as well educate my daughter while I'm at it. Got nothing better to do. Romance, poetic license. There is no woman lovelier than Sheikh In her presence, my words often fail me. None of my compliments even do her justice. Perhaps a carefully drafted poem would better capture her virtues. I will, we'll do her kind and feeling heart. She's compassionate and trusting and calm. She's just, all in all, a very, very good person. Touch of your hand is the wings on which I ascend to heaven. My heart yearns to be by your side, that I may know the warmth of your embrace. Please be the Odysseus to my Penelope. She must have liked my poem. Oh, she sent me one back. Excellent, we're exchanging poems to each other. Ooh, saucy. And we have a daughter from, Tayurt. Tayurt is my second wife. So we have, Tayurt here, and, there's Mizwar, who's not of age yet. Lila! You know what? I like the name. You want to name her Lila? That is what we shall do. Alright, we almost have money. Now the question is, do I build the Sheikhdom first, or do I... Sorry, not the Sheikhdom, the Emirate. The Emirate's gonna be pretty beefy, price-wise. Whereas I feel like I should build up some infrastructure first. Some money-making infrastructure, like... Let's see here, what would be good to get? The Grey One. My sweet lady I sigh as I kneel before her. My only desire is to bring you honor and happiness. Pray, tell me, how can I prove my love for you? Shaikha hesitates as her cheeks turn red. By Allah, I hope she is pleased and not embarrassed. Slay a wolf for me and bring me its pelts. Then we shall continue this conversation. God damn it. A shaggy beast in the kennel? No. Oh no. Your wish is my command. Right. 59% chance? Well, you know, we gotta at least try. I'm not gonna slaughter some random dog. I'm not gonna bribe a hunter. That's against the very notion of love. Now, am I deceitful? I'm not. No, so we're gonna just do it this way. Yes! Good. We've slain a wolf. We hunted a wolf somewhere in the mountains here. I'm sure. And now we have given its pelt to Shaikha Okay, the business here. We should build money. Build things that'll get us money. So I think our first course of action is going to be building a trade port. Although, Hill Farms is also... Wow, we can get a lot of money here, actually. Whereas Granada, we have quarries, which could be okay. Aside from that, I mean, pastoral lands are alright. And what do we have down here? Okay, same deal. Trade ports, no, and hunting grounds this time, and hill farms. Yeah. So both of these two territories have options for quite a lot of money. Makes sense. These are quite prosperous in terms of resources and all that. Most of Iberia was. Unpleasant pleasantries. I'm attending a dance in Granada to spend some time with Sheikh The mere thought of touching hands makes my heart jump, but when I arrive, I find her stuck in conversation with my vassal, Wali Rasik. He doesn't like me. The Aromatic men drones on and on, totally oblivious to discomfort. I can improve the conversation with my own charms, or I will take her place, which will give me chronic headaches for 10 years from talking to him at a party. Oh my god. I could relate. There's those people, you know, that you talk to them at a social event and you're just like, please kill me. Or I will distract her. No, I will use my charms to improve the situation. We have 2 more prisoners, actually. Let's release them. He's of another religion, so we shall release him. He's Mozarabic. We'll get that conciliation stuff going. Alright, so how have we been affecting the conciliation, then? Let's see here. Stop it! No. Well, maybe. Or is it just, so conciliation, we need to release an involved ruler. Yeah, okay. Rulers, not regular people. Alright, romance, the wild hunt. Oh no. Not again. When Shanga suggested a hunt, I did not hesitate to organize one. I would do anything for the mere glimpse of my sweetness. I am stalking through the underbrush, my page at my heel and my hound just ahead. It seems as if it has found a trail. Then suddenly, my concentration is shattered by a woman's scream. I am coming for you, my love! Within what must have been a minute, but felt like an hour, I reach a clearing. Is on the ground before me, disheveled and weaponless. Opposite her, and just about to strike, stands a huge wolf. Oh shit, it's probably wants revenge. My arrow strikes true and the beast falls to the ground. For a moment all can do is stare, but then she stumbles towards me and throws herself into my arms. I need you, my love, right here and now. Alright, wonderful. We have succeeded. And we get some prestige from that, so that's good. Awesome. She's my lover. What else should I do? Do we have any counselors that we need to sway? So our spy master is our good buddy. Let's actually sway our marshal here. And I think we need to also start doing some hostile schemes. I need more power before I can really, like, engage in anything. Yeah. We can attempt to gain a hook on our liege. Right. Excuse me? Whoa, 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 whoa. When did this happen? Oh, shit. Okay, I missed this. He isn't our liege anymore. Oh my god, vengeance may be way closer than I anticipated. The Empire broke. That's very interesting. That is very interesting. Now, I don't think attacking him right now is going to be very wise. No, absolutely not. We need to stabilize Granada first. But the fact that he is no longer the Sultan is very beneficial to us. Now, this does mean that the realm is no longer unified, which does make it vulnerable to potential outside invaders, but I was serving under a liege before, Like, it'd be no issue at all for me to swear fealty to somebody else if I thought that they were powerful enough. You know, it's all part of a greater plan. Now, I wonder... Yeah, I only have one personal scheme available, right? Yeah. Not gonna swear fealty to him. But that is an option. I could swear fealty to, Valencia. Here. Which is the Arabic, I believe that's the Arabic word for Valencia, right? Yeah, I think so. Fireside Tales. The fire crackles, casting long shadows on the wall of the servants' quarters. A wizened old woman holds children agog with her tales. Moros are ancient beings of great power who have lived here since the beginning of the world. Great metalsmith. The Moros are rarely seen above ground. Their maidens are enchanted shapeshifters of great beauty who guard the passages underground. The fire sputters and fades as the old woman finishes her story and chivies the children to prepare for bed. What a fun tale. Well, I can lose some stress. I don't have any... I mean, I could use the prestige, but you know what? I like a good story. I'll lose non-existent stress. As I said, this is a role-playing campaign. And we have ourselves another one here, so we can increase our hostile scheme success chance. Now, what happens if he dies, right? What if we assassinate him? Doesn't seem very likely. We would gain stress because we're just. Let's not just senselessly murder him. Okay, we have another daughter. Let's name her Salma. That sounds fine. Again, no traits, fortunately. That's okay. Alright, our mercenaries have been dismissed. Sitting at 108 gold, we can almost afford a dock. Well, I feel like maybe I should be buying something here. Let's actually look and see what quarries grants us further down the line. Ooh. Reducing the men-at-arms maintenance is kind of good. Increasing, or decreasing their construction cost, build time. Quarries aren't bad. I'll hold off on it, though. I'd rather have a trade port. Right? Is that what I want? Increased development growth? Or there is... Yeah, trade ports are better than hill farms. Okay, so there's some fighting going on here. That's interesting. You are fighting against... Sheikh Al-Rahman. Oh, you're fighting against our rival here. You know what? I think I'm going to challenge him to a board game. What if I wager here? Wager game or wager fortune? Or wager fame or fortune? Play chess against him. That's interesting. No. I don't want to befriend him, that's for sure. Wager fortune. He's 21. What are the chance of success? Like, what do you use? It's intrigue. I think I have a good chance. In fact, I think I have better stats than him in most things. So let's wager fortune here. Alright. The beautiful game, chess. Sheikh Muhammad takes his seat opposite me. Our little game of chess is about to begin, and a questioning frown tells me exactly how confident my acquaintance is. He goes first, opening with a bumbling attempt to replicate the moves of better players. We're neck and neck, though neither of us is even close to victory. Don't feel too bad, drawls my opponent, cracking his knuckles. I win at chess like I make friends, alarmingly easily. In chess, intrigue is countered by learning, so this would be an intrigue challenge with innocent whistling. Strong sword arm is a strong die arm. What in chess? Martial is countered by intrigue. Learning is countered by martial. You think you can outthink me? Well, we're going to do innocent whistling, obviously. Our intrigue is our best score here, so... Our match marches on. Muhammad continues with a bumbling attempt to replicate the moves of better players. Okay. Blast it. Somehow this man seems to counter every stratagem I employ. I'm beating him handedly, though neither of us is even close to victory. I can't. Just ease up on me, all but screams my opponents, clearly frustrated and unable to find the right words. I mean, you'll never see my moves coming. I guess I just... I don't know if there's an advantage to doing multiple of these. Beating him handily, okay. Can't lead soldiers, moans my opponent. Can't play chess, what good am I? Yes, just as planned. We're neck and neck, and victory is as close as I can taste it. Are you using the Emperor's Cross again, moans my opponent. You're so cheap. We try it one more time? Seriously? Howling in bestial triumph, Muhammad leaps to his feet. I have lost. My hands slip down to my knees, searching for support. Am I bad at chess? You've made an enemy here today. Alright, yeah. We're gonna form a rivalry. So I'm assuming my issue was that I spammed the intrigue thing. Now it doesn't deliberately say that it's not a good idea to do that, but, you know, this is one of these things that you learn throughout play. So next time we play chess, I'm gonna try and not just use the, same... Oh my god, this guy's useless. Our, court imam. Let's see if we can find a better one, actually. He's my chancellor? Alright, you know what? You're my new court imam. So this means we need a different chancellor. We're gonna assign him. Right, there we go. Slightly better. Still not great, but a little bit better. Okay, yeah, that didn't work out too well. We cannot challenge him to another board game. Who else can we challenge to board games? You have pretty decent stats, so we of course don't want to pick on somebody our own size. We want to pick on someone smaller than us. These are all... capable. You have good martial, which is concerning. Is there anybody just with absolute trash stats? You have trash stats. Let's go. Oh, I can't challenge him to a board game. Oh, I just can't do it again. Okay. Alright, well, that is what it is. Let's see, what's our time here? We're approaching the hour mark, so we will be ending the episode quite soon. I would like to end it with building something, so let's actually just speed things along. Right now, we're just waiting. I don't want to move to make any further conquests, because we need to establish control in our territories, otherwise we're going to run into some problems. Lost in thought. My son and heir, Yusuf, is an unusually calm child. When the others play their wild games, Yusuf often withdraws to some silent corner. He does not speak a lot, but I can tell he is always thinking about something. I mean, pensive. That's good. Alright, well, if he's pensive... pensive... is good for stewardship and learning. So I guess we go down learning with him, right? You can unlock a new perk for the intrigue. Excellent, excellent. Let's... Yep, find secrets. Progress. And, I mean... Let's start finding secrets in Qurtubah. Why not? Be using our intrigue a little bit. How's our sway going? He's at 74. We can still sway him a little bit better. The search for knowledge. My court imam Muhammad approaches me with a pile of books in his arms. I have noticed your thirst for knowledge, my liege, especially your recent ventures into matters related to intrigue. Perhaps these books might interest you. Oh yes, I will study it all in the name of the Quran. Absolutely. Or distribute them to my courtiers. No, let's get some piety. And we'll get useful insights for +1 learning. That all sounds good to me. Every nook and cranny. A dark night can truly make shadows in my Kasbah's hallways come alive. Perceived risk for unsanctioned visitors rise ever higher with every unguarded corner spotted. If I alone could see many faults, imagine what more people with similar perspective could do. I will hire a group of discreet agents, or my perspective alone is good enough. That's pretty good, actually. Greetings, my implacable liege. In my work at the court of Sheikh Mohammed, I have failed to find any secrets his father Ishaq might possess. However, the truth does not have to stop us. It would simply be simple to make sure that Ishak suddenly did have secrets he did not want to have out. No, we could be friends with that guy. Is he still trying to find secrets? Yeah. So he's basically, we're finding secrets on members of his court. My work at the court of Sheikh Mohammed, okay, yeah. Let's be friends with Al-Qasim as well. This is good, because we're actually, like, befriending various people in his court. So when we inevitably take over his court, we may have more allies. So let's build ourselves a trade port here. That'll take 2 years to finish. Let's slow the speed back down to 4 here. Good. Alright. Then, that is going to help a little bit, so hopefully by the time those years are done, we will have our county control in order. That should make Almeria a bit more prosperous. Let's actually look what the order situation... Yeah, it's still going here. Still needs quite a bit. We're at control 69. This is control 10, which is not great. Which is why, like, we're not earning any money from this territory. But yeah, alright guys, that is where I'm going to end today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. It has been just small-scale conquest. It's not nearly as violent and expansionistic as my previous campaign, but it's going to be a bit more of a methodical campaign for, you know, as we fight over the fate of Iberia, basically. We will play this DLC. And then from there, so I'd mentioned before in my previous campaign that I had an idea for a tribal campaign set in the steppes. I will still do that, but because this DLC just came out and because there aren't many special mechanics involving the steppes, so I'm actually going to kind of wait for a DLC. Because I imagine we're going to eventually get like a Steppe Lords DLC or something. So for now, I'm just going to play this Iberia campaign. I don't know how long it'll go. It'll probably be shorter than my other ones, just because it's very focused on a small area. But we'll see. We shall see. So, if you are interested in my other content, I do have, yeah, as I mentioned, an Amazigh campaign. So the Amazigh are what we Westerners call the Berbers. So we actually started here in Thuat. And we're playing basically a legacy of pagan warrior queens, kind of adherent to the old Amazigh faith. And it was pretty damn epic. Now, my other campaign took us all the way up here to... where is it? Karashar, where we began as a Manichaean character. So, as part of an old dualistic faith that had been derived from Zoroastrianism and Buddhism and Christianity, kind of. A very interesting religion that unfortunately has died out. But we restored Manichaeanism to its glory using a Iranian Sogdian character. And it was also... that was my very first campaign on my very first playthrough on this channel, actually. So, check those two out if you're interested in more of my content. Also, if you're interested in something that's completely non-strategy related, I have an ongoing lore-focused Elden Ring series that is incredibly awesome. I'm 80-something episodes into it, and it's really cool. So, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope to see you in some of the other playthroughs that I have as well. And yeah, once again, to all of you that are new here, welcome aboard. I hope you subscribe, and I hope to see you in future episodes as well. And welcome back to everybody that has been returning. Sorry for the delay between series, but I was indeed waiting for this DLC to drop. So, with all that, do leave it a like if you've enjoyed it. That helps the algorithm a ton and helps the series get some traction, which a little baby channel like mine definitely needs all the assistance it can get. So thank you to everybody that does that. Now, till next time, Ash Heriter out.